Hey folks, good morning and welcome to another episode of Steelers Morning Rush. I'm Alan Saunders. It is Friday, November 14th. The Pittsburgh Steelers have their final practice of the week before playing the Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday at Acrisure Stadium. Myself, Brendan Howe, Ed Thompson, all headed down to the south side to check out that practice, get our last word from the locker room today as well. And then more on that game with me, DB, and Smitty on Afternoon Drive about 6 o'clock here in your YouTube feed, in your audio stream. Today, I want to sort of address, I got a comment yesterday. I believe it was on I think it was on Afternoon Drive, but it was about this whole idea that the Steelers are really going to have a very hard time stopping Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And the question was along the lines of, well, how did they do it before, And so I thought that was a good question. I went back and looked, and over the last 5 games between the Steelers and the Bengals have scored 30 points every time Chase and Higgins play. The only times the Steelers have stopped them have been when one of those two guys was missing. 2022, they had one pretty good game against them, and the weather was very bad. So I'm not. It is going to be windy, I think. I did see that, but I'm not expecting the weather to bail the Steelers out this Sunday. And I kind of feel like this is a game where the Steelers are going to have to win a track meet. And I think as bad as the Steelers offense looked last week, and they did look bad, specifically Aaron Rodgers, but also the tackles and the receivers, and really everyone other than Jalen Warren. I guess Frazier was pretty good. But this Bengals defense is so bad. The Jets just beat them in a track meet. I do think that this will be a real moment for this Steelers offense because we saw them play pretty well a couple weeks in a row before this real bad game. They were really riding high above our expectations before this Chargers game. And I think this is a game where if they are really better than we thought they were, they're going to score 30 points so this team can win. Because they fell back down. I think I didn't check after last night's game, but they were 16th in scoring, back down to the middle. And the middle is about where I expected them to be after that game. But they had been up around 12. If this offense can play in the 10, 11, 12 range, which is way better than I think anybody thought it could be, they are going to win a bunch of games in the second half of the season. But if they're just an average offense, with the defense not playing anywhere near as well as we thought it could, and honestly, at this point, we have not really seen the Colts game was very good. The Patriots game was very good. Outside of being able to force a lot of turnovers, we haven't seen dominance from the Steelers defense at all, really. And they've played some bad teams. So I suspect that the offense might be a little better than we thought. I don't think the defense is anywhere near as good as we thought. And I don't think it's going to be. I don't know how you have any reasonable hope for the defense to be better than it has been going forward. But the offense, I don't need it to be better than it has been. I just need it to be better than it was the last week. That's a big difference in the ask. And I think they can be better than they were last week. And I think they will be better than they were last week. But I did not think we would say this about a Steelers game this season. I really think this game comes down to, can the offense win a track meet? Can they score 30 points? The Bengals defense will do everything possible to let them. They are awful. They will not have Trey Hendrickson. They have maybe 3 good players on the whole defense. It's absolutely a unit that will give you 30 points if you want them. if you execute well enough to get them. And so I think really for the first time all year, there's a lot of pressure on Arthur Smith, on Aaron Rodgers, and on this offense to get the job done here, because I think it is going to I've gone over it a number of different ways. I don't see how the secondary, starting James Pierre probably, and with Eccles in the slot, and I don't think that's the wrong way to align them. I just don't, like, they can't win enough one-on-one matchups. You can't double everybody and still stop the run and the tight end and the slot receiver. Like, it's just not enough guys. And so I think they're going to give up points, but I think it comes down to whether the Steelers offense can get the job done. All right, relatively short morning rush today, but I want no complaints. You got 20 minutes yesterday. Everybody loves the whiteboard. We may have to do that slightly more often. If you have a topic specifically for a morning rush, leave it here. I'll try to get to some next week, because there are some things that are a little bit easier to explain in this format. Although for the whiteboard, I need to not be in my car. Obviously, we don't have the technology for that. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the afternoon drive around 6. Until then, enjoy.